You're watching Daddy DIY.
Okay, so we have our package today from Detroit Axle. It's a set of front rotors, passenger, and driver side, brake pads for passenger and driver side, and we got it was less than 200. I'll try to look it up later and put the price on the screen. I know it's less than 200. I want to say around 150 for the complete everything you need for both of the front side rotors and brakes. If you look at AutoZone and O'Reilly's and all those places, it was like $80 just for one rotor. You need two rotors and two sets of brakes. And I got all of that for about $150 here. So go online, Detroit Axle, and you can get all of that. So with that being said, we're going to be changing the rotors and the brakes on the complete front axle, driver and passenger side. Okay. First thing we want to do is put our emergency brake on. Of course, the car is off and in park. And then next, we'll be jacking the car up with the jack and putting our safety stand in there just in case the jack gives out or anything. Before we get to jacking, I like to bust these nuts and loosen them up just a little bit before we start jacking it up, because you get a better friction force if it's still on the ground. Okay, so now we've removed the nuts and pulled the tire off. 14mm bolt. Now we're gonna work on removing this brake caliper. So here, this nut is a 14mm. You turn it this way, up to the left. Yeah, and that pulls this bolt out. All right, and you just use a ratchet, or if you have a power ratchet, you can use that. And then there's one more bolt here on this side at the bottom. So one here at the bottom, one here at the top. And then there's one here at the bottom. Just take this caliper, sit it up here out the way. Brake pad. Okay, so we got the brake pad, the caliper part that holds the pads and the piston. We have that off. And now to remove the entire bracket, we need to remove these two bolts, this one here and this one down here. Okay, here and there. Those are the two that hold it to this assembly. Okay, and we have to remove that so we can remove this caliper. All right, those two bolts will be a 7/16. I mean a 7/8, large 7/8. Okay, so let's get that removed. Okay, getting those caliper bracket bolts off was pretty hard. Had a little boo-boo, cut my hand. Gonna put my gloves on now. Remember, crafting can be dangerous. Okay, so these bolts are kind of seized on. So to get them loose, I sprayed it with some lubricant, some WD-40 oil, just to loosen it up. And then I went and got me a pry bar. I'm gonna put the pry bar on the end of your wrench, like such. And this gives you more torque power. Okay. All right. Okay. So there you go. Got it broke. All right. Now we can use our regular force and get it off.
Daddy, that was easy.
It was easy?
Yeah.
Let me see you do it.
See, that's routine.
Come on, you wanna get it out? Okay. There you go. Twist it up, down. You gotta hear it clink. There you go. Keep ratcheting it. There you go.
I did it.
You did it.
This thing is not very heavy for me.
Yep. There you go. You did it.
It's the perfect size for me.
You got the boat out.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, it's not even heavy for me.
It's not?
Nope. How we get that thing out?
Now, we gotta get the top one broke. All right, step back because I don't want you to get hit. All right. Okay.
I sit down.
So I've bust the socket. 2 cracks there.
Whoa. 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 That's my pins.
Okay, so I bust the socket that I needed to complete the brake job with, and I was home alone, so I didn't have any transportation to get to AutoZone to go ahead and buy the new socket. So I had to wait until my wife got home, but luckily one of my friends arrived. He was in the neighborhood and he arrived maybe 10 minutes before my wife got home. So he took me to AutoZone, I got a new socket, then I was able to complete the driver's side, removing the caliper bracket. And then you're gonna see where I start the video back. It's gonna be nighttime, and the bracket will be removed. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So just a quick insert to let you know why it's nighttime now and what happened, the reason why some of the footage is missing, okay? So all I did was went to AutoZone, came back, and took the second nut off of the caliper bracket, removed the bracket, and as you can see now, I have the first rotor on. And then I'm going to show you and explain to you all the stuff that came in the Detroit axle box. So we just opened the Detroit axle box, and the inside, you got these premium brakes, slot, disc, cut it. It came with both brakes. I mean, 2 rotors. There's one there, and there's one there. Just put on the car. It also came with the brake pads for both left and right. Open this up. So there you go. Premium brake pads. premium brake pads to the left and to the right, and all new clips and hardware. Okay, so we got that, and it also came with brake fluid and brake cleaner, all for the one price. Okay, so Detroit Axle, awesome set, come with everything that you need in it. And we're gonna finish getting this over. Also, I got this from AutoZone, and it helped bust those mounting bolts. It came right off. I sprayed a little bit on there, waited about 2 or 3 minutes, and there they go. Came out of the bracket, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. All right, so now we're going in reverse. Got the rotor on, gonna get the mounting bracket back on, caliper back on, new brakes in, and we good to go. Take this piston and push it back in.
Like he's on pop. Alright. That's crazy, man.
There we go.
So that motherfucker made you work.
Whew. That's what happened when it's all new. That new, that tight. All right, so we already pushed our piston back. So all I gotta do is line this back up. Push those in. Push this one in. And this one ain't pushing it. Might need a new caliper. Ow! Top one going in though. The bottom one ain't got no play on it. Broke it. Got 2 boo-boos today. As soon as you take the gloves out, that's when it happens every time. Every time. Watch that. Put that head on it. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna start. All right. It's easy. One down, sister to go. All right, that's how you do it. Brake rotor, one side, Nissan Altima 2016. We're gonna go do the other side, see if it take us 8 hours to do that side. All right, here starting with the same process, loosening up the bolts. Then I'm jacking the car up. Then I use my power wrench there to finish removing the bolts. I'm gonna spray all the bolts down here before we get started with the blaster to help loosen up the bolts. The 2 caliber screws, they came off easy peasy, no fuss there. Then I went to remove the caliber bracket bolts. Now those were a little more tough to get off. I did spray them, but I still had to get the pry bar. And right there, I tried to use a sledgehammer to hit the ratchet. Sometimes you can bust it that way. They still didn't bust. So then I went and jacked the car up higher to give myself a little more clearance to work with the pry bar and the ratchet. But once I put the pry bar on, I had my friend hold it to keep it snug, and then it busted right away. So then there he is, we're going down to the bottom. They both bust, and now I'm using my power ratchet drill to go ahead and remove the bolts out there. So there we go, we have the bracket removed, the remote rotor removed, and now I'm installing the new rotor. All right, so here, this time on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and put the brake pads into the caliper bracket before I install the caliper bracket. On the other side, it took me about 15 to 20 minutes to get them in. I'm assuming because I had all new hardware, the little end clips were really fighting me to get it in. But this way, I was able to pop them in pretty quickly. And then I just installed the bracket with the brake pads already installed on the bracket, as you can see there. All right, so now I'm putting both of the bolts in for the caliper bracket. Going back in, doing everything like you did in reverse, using the C-clamp here to force my piston back into the caliper. And now putting both of the caliper bolts back in, using my ratchet there to tighten those up. And we're rounding at the end here. It's pretty easy, simple once you know what you're doing. Putting the tire back on now, putting the bolts back in. So I did this whole side here within 20 to 25 minutes. Easy peasy. Tightening it up here. I use the ratchet first to tighten up those bolts, and then I always come back with the crowbar just to make sure everything is good and snug. And then you're done. You can do this yourself, save yourself a little money. Thanks for watching, Daddy DIY. Daddy DIY, the channel of arts, crafts, and do-it-yourself projects. Keep watching for more videos from me, Daddy DIY.